Good morning and welcome to the Knit1.Tea2 podcast. My name is Dale and I am coming to you from my home in Rhode Island. It is Wednesday, April 10th today, and it is about 9:38, I think it says, in the morning. Little one is napping, hopefully in her crib for a while. And yeah, I guess I will get started. This is episode number 22. Welcome to everyone who is new here. Thank you for subscribing or watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And welcome back to all my returning viewers. I am so grateful that you are here. I did put some makeup on this morning and I put on my Flax pullover that I made by TinCanKnits. But it's pretty warm today. But it's that time of year that it's chillier in the house than it is outside to start with. Although I might roll my sleeves a little. What else for like admin stuff? Everything that I talk about is in the description box below. If I forgot something, please let me know. If you are interested, what else? My Ko-Fi is linked below if you would like to support my channel in that way. As well as everywhere you can find me, Instagram, Ravelry, my email. And I think that's it. I'm gonna do that a little bit. I think my chair is positioned a little differently. So I think that's all the admin stuff. Let's get started. Although I did want to say my last episode I recorded was actually the 22nd of March. So it's been like 2 weeks, I think, ish. I don't even know. 3 weeks. I forgot one of my finished objects. All right. This is how it's gonna go. This is how my day is going. I'll be right back. I'm back. Still with the crazy hair. I wasn't gonna fix that. It is what it is. It just wants to be seen today. Maybe I should have added that in my admin stuff. I record on my iPhone. I get distracted by people driving by sometimes. The mail is here really early, which is weird. And that's it. I don't think I have anything else really going on except for the baby might make a noise or whatever, but yeah, anyways. Okay, finished objects. Let's move on. My daughter's harvest cardigan. So I started that. If you watched the last episode, oh, and my favorite dog is walking by. Okay, so this is what I mean. My daughter's harvest cardigan that if you watched last episode, I started on the 11th of March and I wanted to finish it before Easter and I did. I actually finished it on the 28th of March and I gave it to her the following day. No, that day? I think it was that day. She loves it. She loves it. It was a complete surprise. She had no idea I even bought the yarn. Never mind, made it. Oh, why is there an end there to weave in? It's okay. So, this is the Harvest. I always call it the Harvest cardigan, but it's really just Harvest by TinCanKnits. I made her the size 8 to 10. She is 8. She just turned 8. The sleeves are there. That's the front. The sleeves. And the back. It fits really well, actually. I don't have a picture of it on her, actually. I need to do that. I need to take finished object pictures of it. I do have a picture that I will post here of where I was at in the last episode, the marker, and how much I did after that. And it was about 8 inches. I did do more sleeve decreases than the pattern called for because I didn't want to make the smaller size because I wanted it to fit her a little bit longer, but I didn't want the sleeves to be too big either. So I did do more sleeve decreases. I just kind of decreased more frequently. than what the pattern originally called for. The sleeves do fit her perfectly. My friend had made her a sweater, and I kind of based it off of that length and sleeve length and stuff because that fits her well. So I remember, I think I had talked about in, maybe it was the yarn unboxing video, that I had purchased, I think 4 skeins of yarn. I think for mine, I used 5 and mine was a lot bigger. So I did end up using 3 skeins of yarn. I have about 35 grams left over. I was going to do that math and kind of see roughly how many yards that was, but I have 35 grams left over. So I used 3 skeins. I have 1 skein left. I'm debating if I'm going to return it or use it to make a chicken. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide. I do have other yarn to return, so I'll decide in that moment. What else was I going to say about this? The yarn is from Hobby Lobby. The colorway was Surprise Stripes. I love this yarn. It's a worsted weight yarn. Yeah, other than she loves it, I think that's all I have to say. I finished it on time. I was excited. She wore it on Easter. We each wore a sweater that I made on Easter. I wore my harvest. Liliana wore her harvest. And Mariella wore her, I don't remember what it's called, but it was a newborn sweater that I had made. A purple lavender one if you've been here for a long time. I think I'll post a picture of it here. So, yeah, so that was cool. We all had a hand knit sweater on, and that made me happy. So that is finished object number 1. I just panicked and thought I didn't press record again. All right, so finished object number 2, and actually it's the last finished object I have. Where'd it go? I'm a mess. I am a mess, but I really wanted to record. I think it's in here. Okay, so I am actually test knitting 2 different patterns. So the first one is the Waves Fingerless Mitts. It's by Nanette Bergerson. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but her shop name is A Busy Life, and I love this pattern. I did get permission. It is not a secret test knit. I got permission to share about it and everything. So I finished. Okay, I say I finished. I have not weaved in these ends apparently. So this is a fingerless mitt pattern, and it uses fingering weight yarn. I love it. Oh my gosh, come on. Well, I was gonna try and tuck in this end, but these are the fingerless mitts. I love them. So it's got this, it's like patterned texture on the back of the hand. Oh my gosh, I love them. So it's one size. So it's a size, I think, like adult medium. So I used some Knit Pick Stroll, which is a thinner yarn, and I used size 1 needles, and I just made them a little bit longer for my particular liking. I feel like this yarn stretches pretty good. They are like not too snug, but they're snug, so they're good like to do work if you're doing stuff, which I like. Like I feel like I can wear these and knit. I am going to, well, all right, so I have to make 2 more pair. Not for the test, like I'm not required to. This colorway, by the way, is called Celery Seed. I just love that pattern. And I'm going to make 2 more pair. One I want to make on a size 2 needles and compare the sizing for that, because I was getting gauge with this. Like I said, I did an extra pattern repeat to just get it a little bit longer for my liking. But Liliana wants a pair. And so for her, I'm going to make them what the pattern says in length. Still the size 1 needles, because, so the thing is, like, these fit me great. I put them on her. They were slightly big. And like our hands are obviously very different sizes. But I feel like it's kind of a diverse pattern, because even though there's only one size, I'll just make the cuff a little bit shorter for her and then do one less pattern repeat. So actually what the pattern calls for, but then using like a next size bigger needle, which I want to try as well, you can get them like bigger. So I really like them. That was my second finished object. I'm planning, they go really quick. Didn't use a ton of yarn. And yeah, I really like them. And so that was my second and last finished object. So I think the pattern might be coming out the end of April, I believe. I still can see technically when the test knit ends. I've already, you know, finished that pair, so I just need to weave in the end, and take pictures. But I'll let you know when the pattern actually is released if you are interested in purchasing and making a pair of fingerless mitts. I love fingerless mitts, especially this time of year when it's chilly out, but not like chilly. Okay. So I will just move on into my whips because it's in the same bag, which I didn't even share the bag. This bag is from the Naughty Knitress, from Andy, the Naughty Knitress. Drawstring bag. I love it. And this is, I cast on Liliana's. She wanted black. So I'm using Knit Pick Stroll fingering weight in the colorway Night. I have a lot of this actually. And yeah, I got a couple rows. I just felt like getting them cast on, and then I kind of stopped wanting to work on them. So not because I don't like them, just because that's the way I knit. Oh, I was gonna go over that in the beginning. My March stats, I'm just gonna tell you now. So I made 4 cozy memory squares, which I believe, I don't think I shared it all in the last episode because I hadn't done any. So I did 4 squares since I recorded last. In March, just in March. I had 3 finished socks. I started and finished Liliana's cardigan and the 1 pair of fingerless mitts. So I had 3, 4, 5 total finished objects in March. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, so I did talk about the second pair of fingerless mitts. I did start those on April 4th. Like I said, I just haven't been working on them a lot. The second works in progress I have are my Love and Chocolate socks. So I did finish the first sock. Haven't woven the top end yet. I did finish the first one. I'm knitting these on 9-inch circulars. I do switch to DPNs for the heel flap and the toe. She's awake. This is the second one. I'm determined to finish these this month. I mean, I know I can. It's just, well, you know, how much I work on them. The yarn is Pretty Twisted Yarns Die Hard Yarn of the Month Club from February. This is her logo. It's on her Lavish base, which is an 85 superwash merino, extra fine superwash merino, and 15% nylon. Life is a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolate. I feel like that would be like a blooper. Life is like a box of chocolates. Am I going to cut any of this out? No, I'm not. I'm going minimal editing today. If I can. The bag is Bags by Awesome Granny and my knitting chickens. We will do I actually did pull out my hiking hat. If you've been here for a while, you know I started this. I don't know. I really want it because we're getting into like potential hiking season. And regardless of hunting season, I always wear an orange hat when I go hiking. I did a couple more rows. I believe, yep, This is where I was at. Okay, you can't really see that. There is a pink light bulb stitch marker there. That's where I was at last time I showed it. So I got some done. I am just doing a stockinette. I'm going to use Amy of Happy Little Yarns, her Enchanted Evening Cap, folded brim instructions. After I do the brim, knit enough to fold over the brim to do a double brim hat. I've never done that before. And then, yeah, that pattern I believe is written for DK weight yarn. So I'm following stitch counts for another pattern that I have done. Well, all right, so I kind of meshed multiple patterns together and made a hat that works for me. So yeah, I do 84 stitches cast on. I don't know lengths or anything, and the decreases I have written down somewhere. I kind of, like I said, I meshed multiple patterns together and figured out what works for my head. I'm using Big Twist value in the colorway Varsity Orange. And these I've put on so many different needles. I had 8 DPNs. I used 8 metal needles, and now I'm on 16-inch circulars with a US 8. So I'm determined to get that done, not necessarily this month, but maybe by the end of April. No, it is April. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, maybe by the end of May. It's been a day. I'll talk about that a little in life. Okay, let me move on to my Cozy Memories blanket. This is in a bag that my husband brought me back from Guatemala. And I do have a square cast on, and I don't want to lose it. I should put the stitch stoppers on. All right, so my ones from March I have with green light bulb stitch markers, and so these two were from March. I really liked those colors together. This one from my share pair was from March. I think there was 4 from March. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yep. This blue one. Oh, so look at that. 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Those were from March. And then the other one was the blue from Share Pair. So I'm going to take those stitch markers off because March is over. I showed them. I don't know how I'm going to differentiate between the ones from April that I show now and any that I might get done. But, I mean, April is still young. It is only the 10th. I say that, but I don't get a lot of knitting time anymore. Okay. So far for April, I have done this one. I have done the green from my Share Pair. The other one was a Yarnable color. Oh, I did this one too. This was Knit Pick Stroll. And then this one, which is a Knit Picks Static. It did not have a lot of this striping in it, which I was a little sad about, but that's okay. It's still pretty. And then I'm working on this one, which was the one that my sister had given me for Christmas. I do not work this in any kind of like row or squares, but I'm going to start trying to. I'm going to try and make it like I need to do 2 more here. I'm working on this one, and then I'll do 2 more up here to kind of make it, you know, a rectangle. Did you hear that? I don't know. People are weird. But this is where I'm at so far. My Cozy Memories blanket. Maybe that'll be my my thumbnail. I do love it. I am doing fingering weight held single, just fingering weight, 1 strand, fingering weight yarn. And what else did I want to say about this? So I'm on my 4th square for April so far. I did change up how I am doing the ends. So the Crazy Sock Lady, Kay, talked about in her, I don't know if it was her Cozy Memories or her Jelly Roll blanket. Maybe both. I don't know if she does the same. I think it was her Cozy Memories, which I will try and remember to link her Ravelry project page for how she does it. But it creates this nice edge and it's a lot easier to pick up stitches. Will she settle down? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Wardrobe change too because now I'm hot. She needed to eat a little bit and she's hopefully back to sleep. But like I said, now I'm hot. So I just threw on my Advent scarf because this shirt is kind of low cut because, you know, it is. Anyways, okay. My last whip is another test knit that I'm doing. So this test knit is also not a secret test knit. It was published in a magazine before, and so the designer is just adding sizes and just making sure the pattern is you know, still good before she publishes it again. So it is the Tira Tank by Nora-chan Knits. So I actually will put the Ravelry down below because there is a Ravelry page because it had been published in a magazine before, so it is there. And I am using, first off, I have it on my lap, but I'm using my bag that I won from Happy Little Yarn. Okay. The yarn is from Hobby Lobby. This is the 4th yarn that I tried. All right, so I'm using yarn from Hobby Lobby. This is the 4th yarn I've tried. This is why I have acquisitions to show. This is Yarn Bee Bambootiful. The colorway is Plum. 257 yards and 4 ounces. It's 50% cotton, 50% viscose from bamboo. It is a 3, so that's DK weight. It took me a while to figure out my gauge and everything. I think I just knit very different. I don't know. I was struggling with that. So I finally figured it out, have cast on, and I'm trying to like figure out the best way to show it because I have it on a 24 needle right now. I like to knit my stuff in smaller, so I might actually transition it to a 16-inch, but this is where I'm at so far. I'm hoping that this line right here, because this is the middle of the shirt, the tank, kind of will block out a bit. But I really like the color. It's definitely coming out kind of a weird color right now. It's a plum, it's a purple. It's really pretty. I don't even know what it's doing right now. Look at all the fuzz. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm working on it. I'm making some good progress now that I finally figured out a yarn and needle sizes that work for me. I did put a lifeline in, which I've never done before, but I did put that in just to be sure in case I started working the body and it just wasn't working right after the hem, because I finally got the hem right. So I do have that in there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. I bought these. They're actually beads, but they're the stitch stopper like material, and they work perfectly. So I got those from Hobby Lobby as well. And then I'm using my avocado stitch marker. Okay, there's that. Hold on. Seriously, how many outfits can one person wear in one podcast? Okay, she's playing on the floor, hopefully content for just a few more minutes. So, acquisitions. I showed you the stitch stoppers. I have the Yarn of the Month Club from Pretty Twisted Yarns for March that I don't think I ever showed. So it's on her Lavish base. This is the yarn and it came out so pretty. I'm so excited to see how it's going to knit up. It's called We Are All Mad Here. Yeah. You hear her talking. I'm hoping the mic is picking it up. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction, but I talked about all the other stuff. So this is really pretty. I have it still in the bag just to keep it nice there. So then, trying to find a yarn that would work for this tank. I have 3 different kinds of yarn that now don't look great, but that's okay. So the first one that I bought, which now looking back, I might have been able to get this to work. Well, I don't know. I was having trouble getting gauge, but this one is from Joann's. It's True Boo. Seafoam is the colorway, and I love it. It's a 3, so it's a DK. It's so soft. I think it's 100% rayon from Bamboo, and it's so soft. So I have a tank top pattern in my Ravelry library already that someone had used this yarn to make it. So I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I think that maybe I'll try that. I did return the other skeins. I had started a swatch with this and knew immediately like it wasn't going to work. However, I had to really play with my needle sizes, so I might have been able to get this to work, but that's okay. It's all a learning experience, and I'm really trying to just look at it that way. It's not like I won't ever use the yarn. I returned what I didn't need. I know that the dye lots will be different, and it doesn't really bother me because it's commercially dyed yarn, so I feel like it'll be okay. This is also from Hobby Lobby. So this is Yarn Bee Yarntopia, and this is colorway Cerulean. This is 100% acrylic. It is a fine weight acrylic, so it's a sport weight. I might have actually, I don't know. I don't know. I did my swatch, cast on with this, and nope, I did something wrong because it was huge. I could have fit me, like, very pregnant and Liliana in there all at the same time. But it's very pretty. It's very soft. Like, I wish you could feel it through the camera because it is so soft. And I'll definitely make something out of this. I actually think I want to try, I believe that there is a DK version of the Flax pullover, and I want to try and make it short sleeved. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I have more, which I'm debating if I'm going to return or not. So that's that. I might make a flax out of that. This one, which of course now the skeins are all not pretty, but this is Yarn Bee and Spinnies, I think is how you say it. This is a 3, which is light, but this definitely feels more like thinner than that. Like this feels thinner than the one I'm using, and they're both a 3. So this is colorway is teal. It's 75% viscose and 25% polyester. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's very soft as well. And I love the colors. So I love the colors I got. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure that this color, my main color, was what I had picked for the accent color if I was going to use this. Which is interesting. I'm just drawn to those colors, apparently. Okay. All right. Life, in case you can't tell, it's a little crazy. We don't have, some days we have good nap times, other days we don't, which I try not to complain because we were sleeping through the night better. So that's good. This morning, however, Liliana was playing yesterday outside. She has like a watch that has, I don't know, there's like some games on it, whatever. It's like one of the kids' watches. And she had set a time, alarm. Well, it was set for 5 a.m., not 5 p.m. because it's in military time. So 5 a.m., her watch is going off. So she wakes up, she tries to find it. She must have hit snooze because it goes off again. And so I went in, she's like, don't worry, Mom, I fixed it now. It's now on 0000, so it's off. And I'm like, it's in military time, honey, that's midnight. She was like, oh. So we figured out, I think, how to turn it off. If not, I have it set for like 8 a.m. So whatever, it's fine. Then I was awake because my body was like, oh, we're awake, we're standing up. Well, you better get some milk out. Mariella was not awake to eat, so I pumped, made breakfast. She woke up to eat, and she's been kind of cranky ever since. It wasn't a very good long nap, but that's okay. We're going to go for a walk after. It's finally nice out. For those of you who have been here for a while, now I'm trying to walk 1,000 miles in 2024. I'm at 34 and a half. So I didn't walk much after I recorded last. The weather was crappy. It was cold. It was so windy, rainy, gross for like the rest of March. So it's been nice. Yesterday it was really nice. The day before it was nice. I just didn't go for a walk. So yeah, we're going to get back into that. Books I'm reading by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti, both books that I'm mentioning. So the first is Beyond the Veil, which is the Zodiac Academy series, book 8.5. The 9th book of that series is coming out on the 23rd. I'm so excited. Another series by them that I'm reading is Eternal Rain is the first one. I don't know what the series is actually called, but I mean, it's good, but I'm not quite hooked in yet. We'll get there. I listen to those because I can't sit down and listen. I mean, and read a physical book because I choose to knit if that's the case. And I can actually listen while I clean. I have been in did I say this already? A cleaning mode. I feel like I recorded this section a couple times because it was just a little too loud. And so now I can't remember if I've already said, but I'm cleaning a section of my house at a time to do a deep spring clean. When I spring clean, I like to move everything. I like to like twice a year, seriously move everything and clean really good. Not that I don't clean other times of the year, but I could do a really good deep clean. So I'm cleaning out closets, cupboards, everything. So it's slow moving, but we're getting there. I did a deep clean of the bathroom the other day. I have one more shelf in the closet to clean out and organize. Well, maybe just organize because I don't think there's anything I'm actually getting rid of. It's like our sheets and pillowcases and stuff like that. The kitchen, I have done, like I pulled out all of the under the kitchen sink stuff, organized that, went through cupboards. I have shelves, like a set, like 3 shelves in the kitchen that I took everything off, wiped them down, and wiped all of the jars down because I like to keep most of my stuff in like glass jars. Yeah, so I'm working slowly on it. I don't think anything is going to get done today. I do have to put in like maybe the regular stuff like laundry and like the dishwasher and stuff. That kind of stuff will get done. My lunch is warming up. I did a new recipe last night of chicken. I don't know if I can link Instagram. If you're interested and you have Instagram, send me a message and I'll send you the reel. But it was good. There was a cucumber, avocado, cilantro, like salad, and then chicken thighs, there was like tomato paste and lemon juice. It was really good. So yeah, that was delicious. Liliana didn't love it. She's like, I like plain chicken better. Fine, I scraped off the topping and just gave her the plain chicken. So yeah, that's one new recipe. I have a couple more that I want to try. I'm trying some new recipes, trying to cook and eat better. Was having a lot of like anxiety issues, which I'm working on by eating better and making sure I stay hydrated and cutting back on my coffee. So that has been helping. I'm I'm keeping an eye on it. What else? I knit where I can here. And that's really all I do. I am cleaning, feeding a baby, and knitting these days. So I still have to go through like Liliana's room. I don't want to. I'm trying to encourage her to clean up and clean out too. It's not going great. When you're 8, you just don't want to get rid of anything. I mean, me at 31 doesn't really want to get rid of anything either. So I get it, but I'm working on it. And then I really need to clean out my room. So when I do my room, I am going to try and maybe, record. Because it's all like yarn stuff. That's really, everything just got shoved in there. And so a lot of it is my yarn stash and everything like that. So, yeah. What else? I talked about sleep, right? Did I talk about playing and how we want to be able to sit up on our own, but we can't? So we get frustrated. And we hop from one toy to the other. And she's starting to grab things. And I think is starting to get teeth. Or like this teething process has begun. Hi. I think that's all I got. So I don't know how long this will end up being. It's in so many different videos. So I have to edit and put them all together and go from there. But 3 outfits later, multiple interruptions, and we're done. Thank you if you've stuck around this far for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome to my crazy life. Maybe I should have called my channel My Crazy Life, although I think that exists somewhere. I think someone else's is that. Anyways, I'm still going to be Knit1.Tea2. And yeah, thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe. I don't know. After this one, you might be like, okay, unsubscribe. It's my life, guys. It's my life. And we're moving along one day at a time. So I'll see you next time. I'm not even going to say when that might be because one never knows. Bye.